If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Okay! Here we are. We're about to review a new band, new to the channel. The name of the band is Witch Mountain. The name of the song is called Nighthawk. This was brought to us by the Epic Underground, one of our famous alliances that you can join too if you jump on Patreon for as little as $1 a month.
And one of the perks of being a YouTuber is you just start rubbing elbows with famous people. We have the actual drummer of the band here.
Yep.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing in your day, dear listener?
Yeah.
Probably talking to mean people online. Probably getting cut off in traffic. We're hobnobbing with famous people.
Speaking of mean people online, I was rolling through our Slipknot latest reaction, and the big homie Ben Webb showed up. Of course,
did he?
Pissed off everybody in the comment section.
Did he?
And multiple people commented under his comment.
Did he say something disrespectful about
Slipknot?
Of
He did.
Of course.
All right, so the Epic Underground said we did a poll named Double Feature, taking 2 completely opposite subgenres and placing the playlist side by side in 2 polls at the same time. Witch Mountain Nighthawk was the winner of the stoner doom metal side of the poll. This band hails from Portland, Oregon. Bonus note on this one, the current singer on this track, Kayla Dixon, used to live in Washington, D.C., where she met and became friends with our very own Calendros. Friends is probably overselling it, but I definitely knew her from the local scene, and I've been following her career ever since.
Also known as stalking. So Kayla,
look out!
If you see a big burly white man with a very good disposition, run for your life! He's stalking you. Okay, here we go. Nighthawk, let's do this shit. Let's go. Success. Alright. This is spooky.
Interesting. Little blues sound to it.
on the other computer.
Right. So we see you, Nathan.
Yo. So I'm so happy that you found that live version.
Why?
So I was well. One, as I was looking at the lyrics, but two, there's a pretty hot band right now that's got a girl. I'm not gonna mention it. Don't even ask me. But they're really hot right now. It's a girl singer. Yada yada. Remember I told you? I said, oh man, you would stage presence wise, you would crush that broad. Like this girl. I recommend you guys look at this live because this woman has stage presence like a motherfucker. Like her stage presence is crazy. Like she
does different voices and like she changes.
Right. Yeah, she incarnates like she physicalizes what she's doing with the voice. She does. And it's you know, like I got converted to metal from a live band from Korn live. And for me, like, that's like, and even when I'm thinking about playing our shit, like, that's why I'm like so crazy about making sure that in the strumming patterns, like, everything is perfect because I want to sound good live. But the way that this girl, holy smokes, shout out to her. I mean, obviously the band is. Here's one thing I'll say. I thought the last time we did a deep dive on doom metal, it was
her name is Kayla Dixon
with Zonia, and I forgot the name of the band, but it was doomy, but they had enough variation. This band, the first couple, I'm like, I'm okay with build up, I'm all right with build up, but a lot of doom songs I hear, the build up is the entire song. So I was like, oh my god! So it was like 14 minutes. And it started off very subtle, but then I thought to myself, yes, sonically it's going to be sludgy and the same thing all the way through, but she's got enough variation with her vocal style to where it's going to be okay. But then when they started like the rising action with the and it was simple, but it was so heavy and it crept up on you and surprised you. And then when you add how she variegated it was like. And then I was going back and forth the lyrics because I love the way, I don't know who does the writing here, but I love the way that they did the writings, and I love the cadence when when shit was starting to get really sinister and the buildup was happening. Like, I love the way she pulled that shit off. And if you guys, I keep pointing this way because I was looking at the live video this way. So if you guys come over to the house and like look at Sori's computer while we're doing the review, you can see very clearly that she just I'm very, 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 very surprised. I'm extremely surprised.
Why?
I did not anticipate liking this song as much as I did.
Oh. Yeah.
And I'm very, very affected by the lyrics, which we'll get into in a second, but holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, I have the lyrics like on another screen on my screen, but I would have had to click away from the performance, and I just was really interested in watching her stage presence. It started out and it had a sort of blues sound to it.
Right, it was
but
bluesy,
it was a unique sort
jazzy.
of blues sound that I have not heard before. It just had like kind of like those undertones to it, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I think that was what made me say, because I saw...
This is such a badass picture, too, of the whole band.
Yeah. When I clicked on... I wanted to check the band out, so I clicked on their YouTube thing. And I saw that there was, like, a live video, but I thought it was a cover of something. I didn't think that was the actual band. But then when we read the stuff and we found out that it was a female vocalist, I was like, oh, that actually might be them. And then once the song started, I'm like, I need to see this performance. So I clicked back on that video, and I'm very glad that I did. Like her eyes, like they kept changing, because there was like the one part where she like sounded like a demon and her eyes looked like really freaking scary, and then there was another part where she was like singing, like it was toward the end where it was like this sort of like angelic, and her eyes got very soft looking. And I was like, wow, she just did such a great job. And I was like, shout out to the entire band. Obviously, I mean, they're playing they're setting the stage for
100%.
her. So absolutely shout out to them. But I did feel like they were very freaking lucky to have her on the team because she really did a great performance. I didn't pull away from from the video. So the lyrics are, I'm very interested to see, where they went. I heard a couple of things that I was like, it sounds like lyrics I would like. And it did have a slow burn to it at first.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow moving into it, which, if you know anything about my playlist, I'm good with music that does that.
Yeah, you are. I'm the
Because I want to sit
caveman.
there and I want to feel that for a while and stuff. So I was really vibing. I wasn't sure if I was going to like her vocal style. I really did. And she, like...
Jazzy and bluesy, bro. Like,
yeah,
this shit is just...
she kept changing it. Like, we were... On this one song, there was a lot of variation. Just very, very fascinating. So, I'd love to see, like, what the lyrics are about.
My theory is that it's a breakup, or
relationship
she's
song.
talking about her dad.
My personal favorite. Oh, no, a dad song?
Yo, Sociopath in Training says Kayla does a good cover of Soundgarden. I shit you not, guys. One of the things that I said, and I was like, that I'm pissed about is the fact if her and Chris Cornell did some song together. You know the Like a Stone song? You know what I'm talking about? Chris Cornell?
Man. Yeah. Oh, no, I know. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, she's like a female Chris Cornell, bro. Like
my
halfway in the middle of the
gosh.
song, that's what popped into my head. And I was going to type it to you, but when the lyrics came on the second part and it got heavy, I completely forgot. So I'm very, very thankful that Sociopath in Training, whoever he or she is, said that, because I'm like, yo, that reminded me of she would be perfect with Chris Cornell. Perfect. You know what they should do? They should do some sort of like mashup where like Chris Cornell is doing it and then she's doing it. Like,
I have to say the
like
layering.
that.
Yeah, I agree. They could definitely do that. I think the layering, what they did with the song, like, I don't know if you realize how they layered her voice multiple times, and she was that I really, really liked. I thought that they did a really good job with that as well. Where I think if we were only hearing the live version, we probably wouldn't have heard all those layers unless they're playing them in the background and she's just singing one
100%.
piece.
Yeah. And like it's a song you got to hear with your headphones on and stuff, like to get like all the
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that Chris Cornell, that's such a good catch. Now this part right here, I'll pour out my indignation on you. I'll blow out against you with the fire of my wrath and delivering you to the hands of brutal men who are skillful to destroy. You shall be fuel for the fire, and your blood shall be in the midst of the land, and you shall not be remembered. That's Ezekiel 21.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
I was like, yo, that sounds like,
that's
it's like
familiar.
that Tarantino movie, I'll strike down upon thee with furious anger, and then you'll know that I'm the Lord. But yeah, that was like some Old Testament shit, which like a lot of times when I like listen to these bands and they're getting really like epic, I'm like, yo, if these people knew, like, there's so much epic shit in the Bible, you have no idea. Like, especially like when God gets mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is nobody that can threaten. Like, I will destroy you. I will turn you over to the hands of brutal men who are skillful to destroy. Your blood will be in the midst of the land, and you will not be remembered. Mashallah. So, like, that to me, that was just so epic the way they were doing that. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, so let's go back to.
Okay, so they told me I'd find you here.
The original
and
lyrics.
gave me your name.
Wait, I was at the lyrics up.
Did you
loser.
can't hear? You can't listen?
Yeah.
You don't listen?
Okay.
They told me I'd find you here and gave me your name. I'll wait and soon you'll appear, a cruel and familiar face. Say you remember the love you threw away. Say you'll remember the life that you lost on that day. Come to me. I've been waiting on you. I'll be here alone. Stranger, take me home. Appear to me. I've been waiting for you for so damn long. In my dreams, I've seen you here, all alone. They say it's not wise to play with strange girls. A risk you know you will take. Fall down and beg. Come close. Reveal to me. Faces you
Sounds
hide.
like some shit you would write too. That's probably one of the reasons I like the lyrics so much.
It's true. I do like these.
Sounds exactly like Soraya. Go ahead. Continue.
Fall down and beg. Come close. Reveal to me. Faces you hide. Embrace reality. You left me to die. Your life is mine. Come to me. I've been waiting for you. I'll be here alone. Stranger, take me home. Die for me. I've been hunting for you for so damn long. In my dreams, I have seen you all alone. You know what you have done. Please have mercy on me, God, have mercy. Every action has its price. Please, God, have mercy on me. Have mercy. This is the only way.
Yeah, so that part right there, so it just looks to me like they met each other, they had a little thing, and then he left her. And it looks to me like this is what she would, you know, like how like you replay arguments in your head, but like you generally, you don't get to say it in reality. Or the person, I used to have this with my mom. Like I used to have these arguments with my mom in my head where she would see my point.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't that kind of person. Like, like she just wasn't that kind of person. Like she didn't believe in this whole thing where it's like, oh, children are, you know, like children are to be, you know, like, look, you're a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I used to have these arguments, and in my imagination, going back to Jung, my mom would have to listen to me and see my point and say, you know what, Vinny, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was like one of those type of shout out to Sub Rosa, by the way. I love Sub Rosa. They had that one song with the Mormon thing. It was like pretty crazy. Okay, so I felt like it was one of those conversations where a breakup happened and the guy really doesn't care. You know, one of those situations. And this is like her being able to confront him and him responding in a way that would be, you know, emotionally satisfying. Like him seeing what he did was wrong, or him seeing that he hurt her and asking her.
Say you remember the love you threw away.
Right.
Say you remember the life that you lost on that day. Yeah, yeah.
See what I'm saying? And like the reality is, you know, especially with dudes, like dudes are able to move on from relationships, significant ones, quicker than girls are. And the other thing is there's a lot of times when there's like an emotional mismatch in the relationship where one person thinks that they're on like a 9.9 as far as intensity and the other person's like at a 2, but you're at a 9, so you think the other person's at a 9. And then the breakup happens and the guy kind of moves on pretty quickly like nothing happened because it was a 2 for him, but it was a 9 for you. And so you're left with all of this whatever. So to me, this was like a conversation. It was like one of those situations. And she's angry and she's hurt, but, you know, it looks like maybe he cheated on her because she's talking about like playing with strange girls, you know, all that type of thing. But it looks like it's one of those situations where she's having this confrontation and she's able to satisfy that part of herself because he's giving back to her. I'm sorry, I was wrong, blah 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 blah. But in reality, it looks like maybe he was kind of apathetic about the whole situation.
Ouch. Yeah.
Is what it looks like to me. So that's the first half of the lyrics. And then the second half of the lyrics are...
She says, now I will know your true face and the curtains will fall over your storyline, swallowing you whole, dissolving the poison over time, carried into this reverie? It's reverie, right?
Reverie, yeah.
By a familiar face, revolting malevolence somehow manages to satiate. This is the only way. Please have mercy on me, God. Have mercy. Oh, boy, do I love that part. This is the only way.
She says, I'm the only God. So in her situation, like she is the God that he's asking mercy from. See what I'm saying? So
I will rid my blood of you. Time slows.
Right. Think about that. I will rid my blood of you.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a verse in the Quran that says Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein. Right. So like your blood is like it's inside of you. So like this person got to her.
Yep.
And then he, you know, the relationship ended, yada yada yada. So she's saying, I will rid my blood of you. Like that's how close this guy was to her.
Wow, look at that. And then she goes into that verse.
Yeah, exactly.
She says, death will clean the slate. I will
Right.
pour out my indignation on you.
Right.
And I will blow against you with the fire of my wrath and
Right.
deliver you into the hands of brutal men who are skillful to destroy. You shall be fuel for the fire. Your blood shall be in the midst of the land. You shall not be remembered. And
Right.
then she says, they say it is not wise to play with strange girls. Yeah, he probably cheated on you.
A risk you know you will take. Fall down. Burn my promises made. Next time you see me, you'll run. All my love turned to dust. So it looks like this is like the craziest, hardest breakup song ever. Gentlemen, if you see this young lady,
treat her well, so it will go well for you.
you better be nice to her.
You better be nice to her. Oh man.
Because
I feel that she probably wrote these lyrics. I don't know.
yeah,
This
he
definitely
he
feels
said-
like
he
it
said
has
he-
the wrath
he
of a
said he wrote
woman's
them.
touch to it.
Yeah, hell hath. My mom, hell hath. She said, Vincent, hell hath no wrath like a woman scorn. You hear me?
Yeah,
I had no idea what that meant. I do now.
I was gonna
do
say,
now.
Do now.
Do now.
Stay on the
After,
straight and narrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really love this song, man. I really love this song. Doom metal is a very, Kalendros and those folks, that was really risky. Because I've articulated on numerous occasions, I do not like doom metal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like slow burning. I like,
Yeah.
give me the shit now. I'm like a child.
Yeah.
But this song, I really, really, really enjoyed this song. Really, this is one of the songs that actually got better as it went along. And I thought it was really smart the way that she did. She went through multiple styles, but all of them were believable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I was listening to her stuff, I was thinking, man, that's one thing, because like I did some of those music-y things online, and I really like face-to-face contact and like being with the same, like in the same room as another person. It's important to me. And I was thinking, I would like to have an internship of like music under her, you know what I mean? Like sing with her, like some of the songs,
This
and like,
one?
yeah, and learn some,
100%.
Learn, because I think that the way that she was able to flip through personalities or like tap into her other versions of subconscious, is definitely, and I get to incarnate some of that into our other song that really we could just finish and just release at least the vocals, the music and all that on Patreon, but like on that one, I feel like I get the opportunity to flip through a couple different whatevers. So I like that, but that's a unique way of doing music, because not a lot of people. I did realize that not a lot of people have a range to be able to change through different like personas and like be incarnate as something else.
You have to really like know yourself to go there without it be like like I said, there's a big band right now and girls doing death vocals, but I saw her live and it was just like, yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah. It didn't feel like it was like that real to me, man. It felt like, see what I'm saying? It was like one of those situations. I'm not gonna name the band because they're really hot right now. And and you don't need to like diss somebody to exalt somebody. So, like, I'm just saying, like with her, I love the fact that you had it live up there because I believed every single moment of what she was doing. This song's a 9.8 for me. I love.
That's exactly what I was gonna give it. No,
9.8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then you won't destroy me and rain down upon me with furious anger. I won't break up with you. Okay, I'm at a 10. I've always been a 10.
You don't want to go with that Strange Girls?
No, I don't. Okay, 9.8.
So funny. Yeah, 9.8.
This was a really, really, really good song. Really good song. Okay.
All right. Well.
All right. We have one more for you, dear listener. One more. And then we will be gone. Shout out to the band. But we're not gone yet. Shout out to the Middle Earth gave it a 10. Shout out to the band. That was a really, really good band. Shout out to the drummers. Shout out to the guitarists and the bassists. You guys are badasses. I'm just
Shout out to Nathan.
This girl, though, is unbelievable. She's fucking unbelievable, this woman. All right. We shall return. Fin out.
Sori out.
Go.